last week I just dropped the review for the first color combination coming from this ugly duckling pack, and as promised, in today's video we're gonna have a look at the second one. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and giving me a like. It really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at this second color combination coming from this ugly duckling pack. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as most of these releases nowadays will come in this red box with the big Nike lettering and also Nike swoosh in this white color here on top. So let's go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at this second color combination for this Air Max 1 in this Pecan colorway. As I've mentioned in my previous review for that first color combination back at the end of 2022, Nike was bringing us this dual pack called Ugly Duckling, which had these two releases. One of it I've dropped the review just last week for that Honeydew, but in my opinion I felt that this one was slightly a bit too colorful, having that very bright orange colorway. But this one most definitely it's a bit toned down, and it will work actually quite nice for this fall season. So this one, when it actually dropped alongside the Honeydew, it came for the retail price of £140 if I'm not mistaken. So that was at the end of 2022. Meanwhile, of course, the prices went slightly a bit up, and most of these releases will come at a retail price of £145. But when actually having this type of material like the one which we're gonna have a look at today, the retail price will be £155, which in a way it's a bit justified. I really feel that the quality of the materials will be so much nicer for just £10. So of course, let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have this very nice suede material, which feels very nice to the touch. So this one will come in three colors all together. So starting here at the front of the tobo section, this one will come in this cream to grayish colorway, which will also be present for the lateral side as a mud guard and also at the back covering the heel section. But coming back at the front of the shoe covering the top part of the tobo section, we're gonna have this brown no bug, which is actually the base layer for most of these overlays. And on top of this dark brown colorway, we're gonna have a slightly lighter one, which will be present here in the midfoot for the lacing system underneath these Nike swooshes and also covering above the heel section as well. Of course, the actual lacing system will have your normal punch out holes, but as usual the top ones will be made out of these plastic materials. So these ones will actually come laced with these yellow laces, but in the actual box we're gonna receive a second pair in this dark brown colorway. So underneath these laces guys, we're gonna have a decent amount of padding for this tongue, which will come in this brown color, which here at the top will have this brown tag with the Nike Air Max lettering and also the Nike swoosh in this creamish color. Continue now in the midfoot on top of this brown suede, we're gonna have these Nike swooshes in this yellow suede material, which will look actually quite nice in contrast with this brown suede underneath. And as usual, at the back of the shoe, just above the heel section, as the Honeydew release, we're gonna have this duck embroidered in this yellow color. Going now inside of the shoe guys, we're gonna have this cream to gray colorway for this lining, which as usual will have a decent amount of padding underneath, so nothing special here. And at the bottom we're gonna have this brown foam insole, which as usual at the front will have these perforation holes, and here at the heel section will have the Nike Air and also the Nike swoosh imprinted in this yellow color. So now guys, we can go to this very iconic white midsole, which will have your standard pattern, so nothing changed here. And as usual, this one here at the heel section will have this air sole unit exposed, which for today we're gonna have it in this orange colorway, which most definitely actually looks quite nice and it will draw some attention. So now guys, we can finish with this yellow rubber outsole, which will have your normal design, which will include this waffle pattern. And here at the heel section we're gonna have this big air lettering, and just next to it the small Nike lettering and also the Nike swoosh. As in for the actual sizing guys, when we are talking about this Nike Air Max 1 and we're gonna have this suede or no-back materials, these ones actually feel to fit a bit bigger, so I would suggest to go with a half size down comparing with the general releases for this range. So for me, as I have a skinny feet, this one fits me just fine, but for sure even for people with normal feet I would suggest you to go with a half size down. As I've just said, these ones are running a bit bigger, and just in case you have wide feet guys, I would suggest you to go with a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is actually a bit pointy, is not gonna be too snug for you. So overall guys, this release for this Nike Air Max 1 in this Pecan colorway, which is making part of this ugly duckling pack, in my opinion, at least out of these two releases, I feel that this one is a bit more wearable, as it's not gonna have so bright colors as the other one, which had that very bright orange. But don't get me wrong, both of them are bringing actually quite good materials, which really feels quite premium. But for sure I feel that this one is a bit toned down and more wearable. But of course this midsole is not gonna be as comfortable as more recent releases coming from Nike. But I would say that for the technology, which is like around 30 years old, this one will still give a decent level of comfort. And if you are a big fan of this one guys, on StockX you can actually buy it for a very reasonable price. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this second colorway coming from this ugly duckling pack for this Nike Air Max 1, which for today we had it in this Pecan colorway. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at my other review for that honeydew colorway, you can choose this video right now. If not, of course you can choose from the other two, which will appear on the screen in just a couple of seconds. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.